Welcome back, friendly ghost friendlies and non-friendlies. Welcome back to the Stellar Blade discussion based on the demo. Right up front, I will not be showcasing the demo footage. I'd rather not get any further involved and stay out of trouble, let's just say. But yeah, we're going to talk about, things that I may have not targeted in the previous video, as well as go over some details that I found out after playing. First things first, many people ask me over and over and just for saying it's like Bayonetta, it's like DMC, it's like Metal Gear Rising. I will just say that I don't think it is. I'll just say that I don't think that it is. Of course, I haven't played any of them. I have seen them, but I have not played them. I was going to play Bayonetta 2. Somebody suggested that was the best one, but I didn't realize it was going to be a Nintendo only platform, and I don't have Nintendo, so unfortunately I won't be able to play that. Anyways, moving on. I also want to say thank you for all the people who were supporting me and showed love to me. I put out a video and it got a lot of attraction, like 300,000 people or whatever, showcasing some gameplay, some cool footage, and I just wanted to put something out there to give you like an example of what to expect, what is possible, because the people have been starving for footage and know what it's gonna be like. Yeah, there's a lot of people who showed me love. Some people were, not showing love, and some people were being very, let's say, hateful. And then there are people who just didn't show love. There's some people who took footage, didn't, say where they got the footage, and they kept my voice in the footage, but they didn't say where they got the footage. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying it wasn't the coolest thing that I've seen. Let's just say that it wasn't the coolest thing. But moving on, thank you for people who showed love and showed support. Okay, so we're gonna tackle two main topics. This one is gonna be what wasn't in the demo, and we started off with number one, because there's people who are, they're still maybe on the fence, casting judgment one way or the other, and I want to say this: what wasn't in the demo was one of the main skills that you will be using, and it's called the burst. Let's say burst actions. These are essentially your second special meter, right? So you have the first meter, which is called the beta gauge, which is blue, and then you have the other one, which is red. It's called the burst gauge. That was not in the demo, so we still have no real idea or concept of how that's gonna shape the game up and how that's gonna change things. And it's a pretty significant part of the game to not have. Yeah, we're missing out on a large fraction of gameplay with that alone. Number two would be the customization. There was a lot of customization in the demo. You have 6 total customization slots. 4 of them are like body slots for gears, and then you have 2 for like spine spots. In the demo, only 2 of the body spots were available, and only 1 of the spine spots were available, I believe. Anyways, these equipments that you could put onto the character change things in a drastic way, and they seem to be all relatively unique. Things like give you life back, give you like rage for like 10 seconds after killing an enemy, increasing speed of attacks, and things like all of the effects seem to be very significant and distinctly unique. I'm going to go out ahead and say there's going to be much more customization when the full game drops. How much customization is there going to be, and how drastically unique and different are these customs going to be, allowing you to take your character? Number 3 will be the mini games. Obviously, there are no mini games in the demo, and we know that there are going to be some. Maybe they're not mini games, but they are going to be different gameplay elements. Things like surfing, like the surfing Sonic like stage, and then there's fishing. You know, there's like some password puzzles and stuff like that in the game. And you know, I like the video game things just for the sake of being video games, right? That's what attracted me in the first place. It's just the surfing and you know, like that's just so cool, just as from a video game standpoint. You know, so the more the merrier in my opinion. It wasn't in the demo. Moving on to the next topic was this detail. Let's start with training mode. As in a previous video, training mode is legit. He put you in like this grid, this white voided grid. Looks very Ghost in a Shell like, very Oni PS2 like. Basic training mode actions: make the enemy attack or do special attack or be a dummy. You could just reset positioning, and if there are going to be more options when the full game drops, like selecting an enemy, we'll see. But let's go into how this works. So there are like camps throughout the dungeons that you enter. There are two types of camps. There's like a side camp and then there's a main one. The side camps, enemies can enter into and you can still be attacked, right? So you have to kind of clear the area first, and then when you access the camp, get the skill tree, and then you can go into training mode from there. The main maps are kind of protected by like some sort of barrier thing, and they're like in a secluded place, at least based off of the demo's example. Presumably you can't be attacked in these areas, but again, you know, it's kind of guesswork at that point, but that's what it seemed like to me. Anyways, whenever you're at these camps, you can access the skill tree, and then you can access training mode from that menu. You can either go to basic training, which is just free for all, do whatever you want, or you can select a skill and train and specify it on that skill, or you can also train skills that you do not even have access to yet, and that extends to things like air assassinations, like the jumping from higher platforms. You can go into a training mode and do that. And so you can, the training mode turns into like a platform that you jump off of. And I didn't test this out, but there was like a preview that showcased this, and it turns the training mode into like, you know, a platform sort of thing. But you don't even have to train the skill when you pick it. You can just change the map and then do whatever you want. So you can theoretically change the map to match a specific skill, or maybe get a specific enemy, and then just do your own thing from there, from that point on, you know. So training mode seems like it's legit. Number 2, which would be the shields. Now there have been like articles talking about the shield with the outfit, the skin suit, saying that it's going to be like hard mode. I'll just say that I didn't notice when I was playing. In the demo, I did not notice shield versus no shield. I couldn't tell you, you know. So I'll just say that I hope that it's more significant of a difference when the full game drops, because I want it to be hard. I want it to be harder. But as it was, I couldn't tell you that I was playing without a shield or not. I didn't even notice. Number 3, on depth in the demo at least, you did not lose experience points and you did not lose your money. And what that means is you can farm anywhere without consequence. Based on the demo that was released, which may or may not be changed later on. Maybe it's already outdated, but as it was from when I played, there was no consequence, and you could just farm and continuously earn more money, more experience points, and I thought it was pretty bad in my personal opinion. I thought that was bad. I thought that should be changed in my opinion, because you completely rid all consequence from the game at that point. Yeah, I personally, I'm not a fan of that. I hope that does change. Moving on. Number 4. Let's talk about the parrying. Parrying in this game, it's all with the guard button for on. So when you guard a basic attack, you take chip damage and your shield goes down at the same time. There's obviously a perfect parry. When you perfect parry, It takes down like a pip of their balance, and when their balance is depleted, you get like a retribution strike, which is basically a death blow. And I was wondering, why is there a perfect parry if there's no basic parry? I wasn't aware that there were multiple kinds. I don't think the game is aware either, because in training mode it calls a perfect parry and then everything else is just guard. But it's not just guard, right? There is a regular parry. There is a regular parry, but the training mode just calls it guard. Right, so perfect parry takes away their balance. The perfect parry timing is like between 11 and 12 frames. From the time you press the button, frame 1, all the way until the 11th or 12th frame. When you parry a basic parry, what that is it doesn't take away their balance, and it gives you less advantage, but you also don't lose health. So that's the difference. Perfect parry, complete protection, I guess take away their balance and take away their actual balance. Regular parry, which the game calls guard, you don't take damage, but you don't take away their balance either. So moving on to number 5. Number 5 would be that loot is randomized. And I'll move on quickly to number 6, and that's that SP, aka experience points, is either varied based on the way that you kill the enemy, or it is also randomized. And I have examples to go with that. You know, there is varied examples. Like, I'll use like 2 or 3 examples real quick. There's like a room in the demo where there's like 2 boxes. You know, I went into there multiple times, dying, go back in. First time, there was $18 in the box on the right, and then there was $14 in the box on the left. There was also like an advanced material, it's what you use to make outfits. Died, came back. The next time I went into that room, the box on the right had nothing in it. It was empty. And the box on the left had $20 in it instead of 14. It had an extreme material in it instead of an advanced. So yeah. And I couldn't tell you if it was like completely randomized or if it's just like a categorized random, but it does change. And enemy droppings and experience drops are also the same way. I fought the same enemies multiple times, but I'll just go through the few notables real quick. One enemy I beat and it gave me 39 SP, 41 gold, and an additional 41 gold. I fought the same enemy again, and it gave me 24 SP instead of 39. It gave me 39 gold and 40 gold. Another examples, I fought another monster, you know, I got him and I killed him in multiple ways. One way, I got 23 SP and 42 gold times 2. The second time, or another time, I did an air strike, which is an air assassination from above. It got 27 SP. That one got 27 SP instead of 23. And it got 40 gold instead of 42. And it did not get an additional gold either. The last time was via a parry retribution, took away his balance, and it was 28 SP instead of 27, and it was 41 gold instead of 40, but then I also got an additional 39 gold on top of that. You know, so these are the same enemies taken down different times in different ways, given different rewards. I don't know if it's because of the way that I took them down or if it's all just completely randomized. I just want to put that out there and let it be known. Loot is randomized to some degree, and earnings, or rather experience points, is also varied to some degree. And with that, I'll bid y'all further ado, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I hope you had found this information useful. I'm sorry, the demo, not showing demo footage. I am trying to be respectful. I don't want to intrude. I don't want to get in the way, but if I ever get the okay, which, I'm kind of like running low on footage regardless. It's about time to get that new footage, right? It's about time to get new footage from the main source. We're almost around the time of the release of Rise of Ronin and Dragon's Dogma, which is in a couple of days. And what that means is that the full sell ahead is about to be coming our way. I'm going to get a lot more information, a lot more news, new trailers more than likely. A lot is going to be coming out in the coming days, and eventually the demo is going to be right there among them. Cool stuff around the corner, like within this week maybe. And by that time, I won't be the source of news anymore. So I'll bid y'all with that, and I say thank you again, much love, and let's keep on rocking on, pushing on, and having ourselves a good time. It's all about just having fun, having a good time, staying healthy, loving your family, keeping everything in order, and let's just vibe together, man. Let's just vibe and have a good time, and keep on rocking. Let's just be cool. I'll bid y'all further ado. May peace be with. Always keep your heads up. Dueces, those post ideals. Stay cool. If you like this content, be sure to show some love, but always be sure to show that love to the people who matter to you. This is ITOwl bidding you farewell, peace, much love, and stay cool. Deuces.